Other ends. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself, doing a live feed today. Just trying to let everybody come in. Right now, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok right now. Tonight, we have a quick discussion in regards to why should anybody loan your business money? And the thought process with doing this is because I've had a lot of people come to me all the time in regards to different loans and different grants that they can apply for, and they want to get access to certain funding, but again, they don't know the real approach it takes to borrow money. They think the traditional route, applying for a loan, and if they apply for it, they should get approved for it, and that doesn't work. It really doesn't work. And it can work, but traditionally, again, what people normally would do is far go to the bank, be dressed up pretty nice and go and apply for a loan or try to get, access to capital. It just doesn't work in 2021 or 2022 or 2023. And I just want to have a quick discussion with you guys before we get started. Again, I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Mr. Short Dollar, we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, real estate investing, and I'm forgetting something, personal finance. Right now, again, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and I don't think I'm forgetting anything with that. We're streaming on about 8 different platforms right now between different channels. Tonight we're having a discussion about, this afternoon rather, we're having a discussion about why should anybody give your business any money. Theoretically, again, I was inspired by having this discussion is because all the time people are always reaching out, hey D, make sure you check out, can you give me information on how to get funded? Before I do go any further, guys, on all the platforms we're streaming on, the main hub for all the information is the YouTube channel. Got over 300 videos on the YouTube channel, have a grants playlist with over 150 grants listed on there. So please go to the grants, go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, subscribe to that, because that's the main hub where all the videos, like I said, over 300 videos on there. Is your right leg Christmas and your left leg New Year's between the holidays? Okay. What I do want to let you guys know, if you have anything pertaining to the discussion, cool. If not, just hold all your questions up to the end of the discussion. I'll open the floor. If you got any question regarding business management, grants, finance, and funding, anything like that, I will open everything up to you. So we just have a little quick discussion in regards to what I think is hurting a lot of people in regards to try to get funding for your business, because you got tons of videos again telling you that you should get a certain credit score, you get your Dun and Bradstreet numbers, you're listed on these 2 or 3 different publications, and you should be able to get business credit. And then you go to try to get these business credits from the damn bank and get your damn feelings hurt. What I just want to give you guys, just because I'm more on the more relationship banking side, could you actually go apply and get a business credit card or some things like that? Absolutely. But in today's environment, especially business environment, you getting a certain credit score, you getting a Dun and Bradstreet number, you getting listed on certain things, it may or may not help you. And most of the time you're really in business and you're trying to grow, scale, and expand that business. We actually need some serious capital to grow that business. Most of the time you'll get laughed out of the bank if you turn around and just give them your DNB number and show that you have been in business a little while, and take some quick advice you got off some people online. And I think a lot of people are giving out great information, don't get me wrong, but I think that the problem gets lost is that what's good information for Deonte to follow and good information for the next person can be totally different. So that's why I try to instruct people in regards to understand that your situation is different. Some people have a lot of capital, some people have a lot of experience, some people are in the less volatile industry. So all that stuff varies. So you just have to make sure that whoever you're talking to, whoever giving you advice, they give you the best advice for your situation. A person getting in accounting or tax business, and a person getting in the trucking and transportation business, somebody getting in the restaurant business, somebody getting in the club business, they all had different things that could make an investor interested, and also some things that make an investor scared. So you have to be kind of cognizant of that, whoever you're talking to, okay? And they're not necessarily looking for your your actual credit score of what you have. So when we start talking about why should somebody give you a business money, first thing you got to just ask yourself why. And when we want to ask ourselves why should the person help my business or help fund my business, let me make sure we get this 1 second, guys. Man, yeah, one of the things we always want to ask ourselves if we're turning around and we're saying that I need help with my business. I want folks to come and help to support my business. You ask yourself why. And the reason why you ask why, because you turn the tables around and say, listen, if a complete stranger comes to me, I don't know them at all. What would I need to hear from them to persuade me to give them assistance, to give them money? What would I need to hear? And from that point, you got to kind of just adjust your pitch in regards to what you probably need to share with a person in regards to trying to get access to capital, get money from them. You have to, number one, I think, what's hurting a lot of people, even when I know we post these videos about the different grant opportunities and why people are missing out. I mean, number one, you got to be a legitimate business. You come to the table with just a damn idea. You haven't even been registered. Certain things, these loans, these grants, they're going to loan out to the actual business. And if you're not even having the proper structure, that being the business being incorporated or any kind of business license, business bank account, maybe some kind of web presence or something to kind of legitimize you, to just, to make that lender or investor feel comfortable. Try to get all that stuff done on the front end. I think that's happening far too often. Not enough of the structure being there. And you guys got to understand, even, people they're going to do initial vetting to see, okay, if certain things are in place. So you have to be able to see what a person wants. And when we start talking about financing, remember, on personal loans, most of the banks or lenders looking at two things, that being your credit and your income. Again, your credit and your income, how much money you make and what your credit score is, right? We look over from business lending, they're looking at 5 things. They're looking at your credit, they're looking at your income, they're also looking at your collateral, they're looking at your experience, and they're looking at industry. Again, they're looking at the income and credit, but also looking at the collateral, what you got, what you own, what you have that you make and put up in case there's a loss. They're looking at the experience that you come to the table with, and they're also looking at the industry. Typically, with a personal loan, if one of them 2 is off, they're probably getting denied for the loan. With a business loan, if 2 of those are off, you're probably gonna get denied for the loan. Okay, this is something to keep in mind. Most of the times, is with a business loan, most of the banks are actually going to want a personal guarantor. That means a person signing for it, even though the actual business loan will be listed on the tax ID number of the business. They most of the time will want a personal guarantor or a person to sign for that loan, and usually they want a minimum credit score of 700. That varies. We just posted a video on Mr. Short Dollar in regards to there's a group of investors in bank lending institutions that have pooled together to help small businesses, and they don't have a minimum credit score. Now, they may come to the table with other things they want to see for you to have, but they're not basing anything on a minimum credit score. So make sure, and I think they're giving up to 100,000, 150,000. But that video is on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, with these people loaning out up to $100,000. A group of investors that we got together, have the video with the link to the application and get more information about that program as well. But typically, those are things that are looked at in regards to, acquiring a business loan and requiring a personal loan. The other thing I think that's hurting a lot of people, what people have to understand, you got to be very, very sure what you're trying to do with your business, right? You want to get a loan to start up a business is fine, but understand you need to be able to sell what you're trying to do with your business. What I mean by that is you got to have all those numbers and calculation together. A great show to look at is like Shark Tank, where they've done a lot. It's when you go, you see those pitch competitions, and I did a lot of pitch competition when I was in grad school. The main thing that I want you to make sure you know your numbers. So if you turn around, people saying, okay, what do you expect to do? We expect to have X amount of sales based on this. And if we have X amount of sales at this price, we should be able to get this particular revenue. It's going to cost us $5 to make this one lamp. And, production goes right at X amount. We sell, we're expecting to produce 1,000 lamps at $5,000 a lamp. It's going to cost us $5,000. So we need that plus the rent, plus payroll. Have all those numbers set up and be able to justify and explain why you got those numbers, and have calculated, with that. You can say we're basing it on other other people's numbers and stuff. You need to know that for investors, but you also need to know that for planning for yourself. And far too often, people have tons of ideas, but not enough planning put in place to be able to be able to sell that. That's the number one way to get investors and lenders be like, okay, they've really thought about this, as opposed to, I just need some money to start this business. You've done some kind of research and homework to figure out what your costs, what your prices are, not just throwing out some arbitrary number. You're looking at some kind of census data, some other kind of statistics to kind of justify that. You have to do this kind of stuff, especially, again, remember, turn the tables around. What will make you feel comfortable with giving somebody some money? The more sure that person, the more confident that person is in what they're doing, the more knowledgeable will make you more comfortable. So it's turn around. That's what you need to be able to show somebody when they need to get some kind of access to capital, okay? Make sure you know what you want as far as dollar-wise. If you know that it may cost you $1,000 to get everything up and running, remember, we still have operating costs of a certain period of time. Some things may go up, some things may go down. Always remember, guys, always remember, we always ask for more money than what we need. We always ask for more money than what we need. Why do we ask for more money than what we need? The reason why we ask for more money than what we need, because typically what you ask for, they're going to come back with a lower number, right? So if you turn around and ask for 100,000, they may come back with 75 or 50,000. May not be that big a drop, but again, typically don't necessarily give you what you want, right? Unless you come to the table with already some kind of credible reputation where you borrowed from them before, you have this already great borrowing record from previous institutions. That right there, you probably go and ask what you want. But a lot of times, be it a loan, be it a line of credit, that you ask what you ask for, they come back with a lower number. Keep that in mind. So whatever you need, make sure you ask for more than that. Also, when in the process of borrowing the money and trying to get the loan, have a plan for what you're going to do with the money. Already have that stuff earmarked, a plan for what you're going to specifically do with it, okay? Don't just try to get a loan and then you just like, okay, let me just figure out what I'm going to do with it. Already do your planning already to be figuring out, what am I going to spend this damn money on? If I get a $100,000 loan, am I going to be spending $30,000 in payroll? Am I going to spend another $20,000 in equipment? Am I going to be spending another $20,000 in advertising and marketing and stuff? You got to have all this stuff earmarked and planned already, because you don't want to get money and start shooting from the hip and trying to figure out what you're going to be doing with it, okay? It's not smart, and I'm telling you, you're going to run through that money before you know it, okay? So make sure that you have some kind of plan already what you want to do with these funds. One thing I will say, guys, is that you also have to be realistic and patient about a couple things. When I say realistic, if you're coming to the table with not that much experience, not the best credit, no collateral, you got to be realistic what you're going to be able to get. You can't get upset. You can't feel a certain type of way because people don't necessarily see your vision or want to indulge in promoting your particular business. You have to just be honest with yourself. Like, look, I'm starting where I am now. This is not where I'm always going to be. And you can't get upset when people don't necessarily see your vision or can't just take a chance on you and stuff. You can try it. That don't work, do something else. And then in the process of doing something else, you're building yourself up. Then you can find out what you need to do in the process. That's why I made a video the other day. A lot of times people spend so much time trying to figure out or do things that they think a lender wants to see, as opposed to just going straight to the lender. So many times people, I'm gonna work on I can't get a business loan because I need to work on my credit, or I need to fix this. I had a bankruptcy a couple of years ago. Lender might not give a damn about it. Go have a conversation with them and find out. Hey, I'm Deonte Burden. This is exactly what I'm trying to do. I don't know if I can open up now. I do need capital. I don't know if I can open up now. I need to open up later, but I need this money for it, and I need this money for this to be able to start the business up, to be able to buy some new equipment, to hire more people. Can you help me out? What do I need to do? And if at that point the lender can tell you, hey, listen, everything's cool, I can loan you to you now. Or they may say, listen, why don't you do A, B, and C? Come back and see me 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it is. And then from that point, once you got these things taken care of, and if you get it taken care of before then, great, still come on then. And once that's done, come on back and see us. It's that simple. Don't spend all this damn time putting stuff off or doing the wrong thing. And then when the time comes, you think you're fine. You go to the lender and you didn't do what they want to do. Or you didn't have to do all the things that you told you had to do. Always have to bank relationships. What do we always say, guys? Get access to capital. We don't need it. So many times people say, I don't need a loan. I don't want this. Nothing wrong with borrowing money, guys. There's something totally wrong with not paying people back. So we always want to make sure that we're business people. I ain't talking about you just, again, there's a difference between being in business and you got your side hustle. Nothing wrong with either one of them, but be realistic what you're doing. If you're just trying to make a little extra money, keep in your pocket, cool. You don't have to necessarily move like you would with a business. But if you're actually trying to create a business, create an entity, something that's going to grow and expand and be able to take care of you and take care of everything you want, to take care of the things you want to do, you got to be realistic about the growth that you're trying to make with that, right? So we have to make sure we're doing certain steps to make sure everything's done properly, okay? Make sure you go have those relationships with the banks. Talk to 2 or 3 different banks. We get asked all the time, what's the best bank for small businesses? And I'm going to tell you all the time, it varies. Every bank has different things that are good and things that they, aren't the best at, right? So somebody that's doing online retail merchant may not necessarily be the best for somebody that's actually doing construction or accounting, because the bank may have different processes in regards to how long it takes them to do certain transactions, how much information they're able to give you, how the lending restrictions are. So what a bank can do from industry to industry may be totally different. Some things may not be a big deal for one particular business, but it may be extremely important on another one. So we just got to be realistic in regards to what we're doing, because some companies only take online transactions. Some take checks and credit cards and stuff like that. And you may need a bank to be more responsible to your processing. So make sure we take look at that as well. Guys, one more thing, and especially in regards to these grants that we've been putting out. We've been putting out grants for the past couple of years on the YouTube channel to give you guys information. Guys, I hear a lot in regards to people asking questions of, should I apply for this, or why are they asking all these questions? I mean, you don't have to apply for it, but let's just look at it from the most simplistic side of it. Why would, if somebody's going to give you 5, 10, 15, 20, 30,000, we're not even going to no major grants or anything like that, and they want you to fill out 30, 40 questions. Is it that damn big a deal? Just ask. Is that big a deal? We had one grant, I think that's that Amber grant. That's for a $15 application fee anytime that you apply for the grant. And we got some response in regards to, I see somebody lights out there, I'm sorry. And we had some people asking why it's a ripoff. Somebody asked for $15. In my mind, you got a maximum reward of $25,000. In my mind, I'm like, why would there be a ripoff if somebody for a $15 application fee for operations to keep that organization, keep that grant going? But you don't think it's crazy that somebody will give a complete stranger $25,000 just for nothing? Shit, I'm just trying to figure that out. So I would say this to say that we got to be realistic about how much skin we got to have in the game, right? Grants are out there, they're there to help you and stuff like that, but they're far and few between to get. Loans are a whole lot more accessible to get. And again, you just need to have a strategy to try to do with your business. You just can't expect people to just want to take a chance on you just for the hell of it. Remember, banks and all these places, they're in business to make money. If you have a reputation never paying no damn body back, that ain't gonna go away because you fill out the application. That's gonna stick with you, right? You have to sit here and decide when you're gonna make a change. You're gonna do proper steps, and if it's gonna take you a little time to get that stuff, corrected, take a little time with it, okay? So I want you guys to, hopefully quick information, just in regards to what you need. Why should somebody give you money? You need to make sure that you're always thinking the other way around. Always thinking the other way around. Like I said, just check out Shark Tank. Check out Shark Tank. That's a good reference in regards to, learning, especially on your feet, what you need to be able to present, as a business owner. Know your numbers, know what you need, know what you're going to be producing. That's why we want to make sure we're doing proper business planning and everything to understand our unit prices, unit costs, fixed costs, variable costs. Got a lot of information on the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, in regards to the different things on how to price your products, how to calculate break-even analysis, all those front-end analysis you need to do as a business owner that a lot of times people don't necessarily take advantage of, right? But make sure you're doing that kind of planning for your business, okay? You just, a side note what that is, I know a lot of people are going to be starting a business at the beginning of the year. Just a little word of wisdom, guys. It just came to my mind. We're talking about pricing. Don't start off at the damn cheapest person because you feel like, everyone else is charging this and I'm trying to get in with that. If you feel like you got a product that the value is a certain price, don't undercut yourself, because I just want you guys to know it's hard to come up from being a cheap person. If the market is $25 for a particular product, don't go in there $15. I wouldn't necessarily, if you feel like that you're better than that 25, hell, you want to go 30, that's fine. You just need to be able to craft your pitch, because the people, or if it costs $50, because the people that buy for 25, they not necessarily going to be your niche market for that. The biggest thing is to find out what that person is that will pay $50 for your particular product looks like, and get to them. You can't try to focus on trying to sell to the person that wants the $25 product, right? So you got to think right when we start talking about pricing and costing and all that stuff, okay? And especially when we start talking about having these relationships with the bankers, right? It's all about letting the bankers know who you are and how you're going to move accordingly with it and everything. So make sure that, again, that was a quick little live feed we had in regards to why should somebody give you the money. Guys, the course, How to Start Your Own Tax Business, is out right now. I got a link in the description section. Hit that link. We got the price, $8.99 for that course. I give my whole blueprint in regards to 20 years experience on how to start your tax business. I do not teach you how to fill out a tax return, right? I don't teach you that. What I teach, I'm giving my blueprint over 20 years in business on how to start a tax business, how to operate a tax business, how to manage a tax business, how to advertise a tax business, what you need to be doing year round with your tax business to make sure you're growing, how to set up certain systems in place for you to make tons of money to set that machine up, being a tax business, okay? How to go through the planning, pricing, operation, the whole system in regards to between when somebody walks in the door of your business and the processing and getting them out of there and following back up from in a brick and mortar situation where you got an office environment, also doing it in a virtual situation. I give you all that information. All that information is in that course, How to Start Your Tax Business the Short Dollar Way. So check that out as well. Also, guys, I could not find the link. I was on going through the Constant Contact earlier. I am hiring for tax business. If you are interested in preparing taxes virtually, we are hiring right now. Send me an email. My email address is in the description section, but it's info at majesticbiz.com. That's majesticbiz.com. Again, that's info at majesticbiz.com. I'm sorry, should be putting this in. I apologize to everybody, but I thought I had the funnel already set up for you to do that. That's in the description section, but the contact information is in the contact information is in the description section for the websites and everything like that. So you guys just reach out. Office information is there, but we are hiring for tax preparers. We will teach you how to fill out the forms. But the course, again, How to Start Your Own Tax Business, is out there. I'm going to do a couple webinars in the next couple of days in regards to live feeds, rather, in regards to what the course is about. Also, some about if you want to work for us in tax season and everything. Listen, guys, again, Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. We got over 300 videos on the channel, so please subscribe to the channel. That grant playlist is over 150 grants on there. Got tons of people asking us, if you got grants here, go there. Just go to the damn channel and look at everything. I bust my tail to make sure I help people, because I remember when I was young in the game and in business, when I started tax business, when I started the salon, when I started the cleaning service, when I started landscaping business, the studio, all those other things that we had, how much help I had. I didn't have a lot of point of references. It always stuck with me. And that's what the whole premise of Mr. Short Dollar is, to give you guys free information, free assistance to help you grow and everything. Okay. So make sure you go to the channel and check out those videos. With that said, I done ran my mouth enough. What's up, DJ Lab? My super producer. I need you guys to, you guys can now open the floor and ask any questions that you may have regarding business funding, grants, loans, anything like that. So I'll open the floor up. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask me questions right now. Okay, Don Olivier. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Don Olivier. Good afternoon. Grateful for the wealth of information, encouragement, learning system, truth and wisdom for life. Working on my business plan right now, on the journey. Awesome. Don, best of luck to you. I got some more videos. Got some coming out about business planning, some more videos in regards to pricing and systems and stuff coming down the pipe. So be on the lookout for that. But also, like I said, we got tons of videos already out there in regards to business instructions and business operations, anything. And So looking at TikTok, Instagram. Anybody else have any questions about anything? Anything? Ask me any question you want. Like I say, I'm over 25 years experience being an entrepreneur, being in business. So again, I have a wealth of information you guys can ask. Also, feel free to reach out. All the contact information is always on the videos, so you can go in the description section and get that. Again, the night we're streaming right now. I keep saying the night because it's dark outside. I have windows open. We're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. See on the other platforms. Anybody got any questions? Wow, that's cool. I just nobody say anything. Do you have videos on nonprofits? This is Shawnette Martin. No, I don't have any videos on nonprofits. Specifically, we asked that. Are you asking in regards to the setup of nonprofits or just managing them? Theoretically, the operations from the company still be the same. The biggest difference with the nonprofits, of course, they're not supposed to be operating from a profit, but just more so how to handle those particular funds that come in, be it restrictive or non-restrictive. I would give advice to anybody, if your heart is telling you to start a nonprofit, make sure that you get some kind of manager or an accountant that's very familiar with dealing with nonprofits, that knows how to handle the particular funding that comes with a nonprofit. Because you do not want to get in situations where you get certain funds in for your particular business and you do not know how to account for them properly. Because when you start getting restricted funds, meaning funds that are turned into your company for a specific purpose and it can only be used for that, you have to make sure that you have someone that's familiar with dealing with that. Okay, so if you're starting to do that, make sure you have somebody that is knowledgeable in regards to dealing with nonprofits, because you can get into a lot of mess not having the proper systems in place. And my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't know, it's not going to fix some problems. Okay, so because once they're there, they're there. So we need to make sure you got the right team in place. So I definitely will be make sure if you're looking to start a nonprofit, or if you currently have a nonprofit, but you don't have the actual proper structure in place, that you're actually looking for that. Okay, we do consulting. We got a free 10-minute sessions, we got a 30-minute sessions, we got an hour-long session. You ever need any in-depth advice about it? But it just really depends, Shawnette, in regards to what you're asking. But we don't have any specific videos about nonprofits. But if it's something that you may have a question about, we're like, hey, that's probably a common question that a lot of people have. Well, we can make a video for it. But theoretically, most businesses are going to pretty much operate similarly. It's just going to be some specific differences with everything. I think it's something I'm forgetting about that I wanted to touch bases on right now. I'm looking at these notes. One thing I did want to talk about, I know we did a little quick short the other day in regards to not getting traffic confused with profits. I really wanted to touch bases on that, because we get a lot of times people, they'll ask some questions about, I want to try to get these amount of people here, get, so many customers. And that's why I brought up the whole point of knowing when you're dealing with these lenders, knowing your whole cost structure, price structure, that stuff set up, because you got a lot of people that are busy as hell right now. They're selling cupcakes, they're selling pies, shirts, cups, you name it. And they really just breaking even. They have not even looked at how much they're buying their particular products for, and not thinking about shipping costs, printing costs, housing costs, all this kind of stuff, advertising costs. And then they're just throwing out arbitrary number what people are buying the shirts for, or buying the cakes for, and they ain't making no money. And that's what I want you guys to check out the video on this show in regards to calculating break-even analysis, and definitely look at the one on how to get your sales price to figure out. I gave some easy formulas that you can use to kind of plug in and find out exactly what you need to do to come up with that. Because you got so many people that busy as hell, but they barely stay afloat. You're like, how in the world did they close down? And I seen a line around the corner, which is not uncommon. And most of the time, what it is their operational costs are so high that they can't, they can't stay afloat. They got to constantly stay busy to kind of just, whatever the residual is, they're they got to just, it has to be a volume. And what I mean by that is, give a quick example. And with that, just say if you're selling something for $5, but it costs you $4 to make it. You're selling for $5, but it costs you $4 to make it because the market, everybody's selling that particular product for $5. You feel like you can't go higher than that because it's a regular product. It's not high end and it's not low end. So you'll stay right at market, $5, but it costs you $4 to make it. That being if it's a shirt, $3 for the t-shirt, $2 for the other shipping costs, right? $4. I'm sorry, one more buck for the shipping cost. So we're talking about $4 to do that. At the end of the day, if you have to pay for just a rent or insurance or whatever for it, you got to sell X amount of those. That $1 profit that you made, you got to make so many of those just to add to cover your particular rent. But if you turn around can lower that unit cost, that being instead of paying $4 for the shirt, you only take you $2, you got a $3 profit. Now you don't have to sell as many. The problem comes up is, number one, a lot of times people are not savvy enough to understand that whole concept of lowering the unit cost. The other thing of it is that they're in a situation they're trying to sell a product. It's probably not beneficial to sell them because it costs too much to make. But you have an emotional attachment a lot of times that you want to do something so bad, you don't look at that. You're like, look, man, it's too much to do. That was one of the main reasons, guys, and I want to make a video. We had a course and the videos in regards to the salon. I was able to have a salon over 17 years and I don't know a damn thing about how. I'm a savvy business owner. I was able to go negotiate those ridiculous leases and knew what to give the landlord to be able to do that. And you had all these salons in a 2 or 3 mile radius around me that were open and closed and couldn't stay open because they didn't know how to do those particular negotiations with their landlords, or didn't even know business operation or costing, And I know that personally because several of those young ladies even had salons that got people, period. They had salons in the area that closed down. I had to come to my damn salon to work and trying to figure out how the hell I was still open. I didn't know a damn thing about health. Again, they were stylists. They were very smart, very creative, but they weren't business people, right? But that's why I want you guys to make sure you're looking at channels like mine, investing in yourselves, try to find out as much as you can about business, not necessarily what you do. Okay, Shawnette, answer my question. Let me see what this is. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm asking how to start and manage a nonprofit. What I would advise you do, Shawnette, honestly, is, and this for everybody, guys, go to your local SBA office, Small Business Administration. Your federal tax dollars paid for it. It's free guidance, free information. Set an appointment up. Say you need a counselor, and they will help you steer you in the right direction with, tell them what kind of business you have. Now, again, they're going to give you probably the first session or two, make you fill out a business plan, give out some information about your business. But if you tell them grand scheme of thing, I need like a coach or anything, they can hook you up with companies like SCORE, organizations rather like SCORE, that are all, these are nonprofit federal programs that they can give you coaches that can help you and steer you in the right directions. They have free mentors that your federal tax dollars pay for. I think a lot of times the first dealing they have right now with the SBA is the PPP and the item loan. But I've acquired SBA loans before, way prior to the pandemic. And again, I use them vividly just for the point of context where you can get certain certifications with that. That's what they're for. But definitely, Shawnette, I would try to get an appointment or try to get some kind of manager in regards to starting and managing a nonprofit. You probably got some local organizations there too, depending on what state you are, that can help you in that direction. But definitely, I would always say make sure you get an accountant or some kind of operation person that's versed with dealing with nonprofits. Don't necessarily say get you a CPA. You don't have to get you a CPA. You don't have to get you the county. You have to get your bookkeeper. You get somebody familiar with nonprofits, because you do not want to get in a situation where you made a mistake, especially with receiving funds. And again, sorry, my bad, I didn't know. Don't fix a lot of stuff, okay? Just spend a little time investing in yourselves, guys. I'm real big on that, acquiring knowledge, being patient and everything. Sometimes that new business energy bites us and we forget about processes. So that, I really want to advise all of you guys to make sure you invest in yourself. Any more questions? Guys, we got several grants that are rolling right now. Well, with these grants, some of the most common questions I'm getting with the grants, are they local? Are they national? Some are, some aren't. I mean, just go to the video, look at the descriptions. Well, like I said, we got over 150 grants on there. That's why we got them there. We're telling you to go to the channel, look at the video, descriptions they hit on. I mean, the applications in the link, hit on that. You got to do some damn reading too now, because, if you want it's one thing to want certain things, but you don't want it by saying you want it. You want it by your actions, right? If your actions, you always asking people to do certain things, but you don't want to put any kind of sweat equity or any time or whatever into it, shit, you ain't really proving you want it. You just keep saying it, right? But when your actions are, moving in a direction where you sacrificing your time, you sacrificing your money, you giving up certain things and stuff, that's showing you really, really want something. So you have to make sure, when those things are presented, just go do a little due diligence and read and see. Okay. I got a question coming in. I apologize. I'm probably going to say this wrong. T73. I'm a sole proprietor. I have an online boutique. Do you think it's important to be an LLC? I always say it's not going to hurt. I always say, because we look at theoretically with the LLC, you got the limited liability and, the corporate veil with having it. Just get you one from the get-go. Just get get incorporated, get an LLC. There is no best entity. It's just what would be the best entity for you. Okay, I'm an accountant. So, if you get an S Corp, C Corp, LLC or whatever, the LLC will be the easiest for you to manage if you're not familiar with it. If you just, hey, I'm starting up, I got this boutique, I want to sell some things, get your LLC, get your tax ID, get all your systems and framework and everything together, how you're going to sell and stuff like that. I definitely do that. Also, to be totally honest with you, when we start talking about some of these grants and opportunities and things like that, it gives you a sense of legitimacy in regards to the eyes of between some investors and things like that. Some of these grants, if you aren't incorporated or registered with a particular state, they want fund your business, give you opportunity for a grant. So I would just kind of take that in consideration. But it's not. It can only help you. I don't think it'll hurt you by forming the LLC. We're doing it again. When you start going to the C Corps and S Corps, those particular entities, you have to have a person getting a wage to be doing it. I'm talking about a W-2 employee with the C Corp and the S Corp. So if you're not going to be on top of that particular stuff to do that, I wouldn't deal with it, because I see videos in regard to telling people you'll pay less taxes with an S Corp, which is true. But if you know damn well you're not going to stay on top of the payroll and stuff like that, don't get into it, okay? Don't do it. Don't try to get into things and not your world. If you know that you do a great job of selling products online and creating and doing things like that, good. Get what you need. I will get the company, get that corporate structure, be an LLC, and then go from there. But if you're going to be in it all the time, that's fine to do that. But I would recommend you get an LLC, get some kind of protection mechanism in place to protect you with that. And again, if you need any further assistance, you can always book an appointment. Like I said, we got the free 10-minute sessions, and then we have the 30-minute an hour booking sessions for consultant. But if it's something simple or anything like that, you can just always call the office too with doing it. I'll let you know if your question requires any assistance. But again, you go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the videos on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube have all the contact information, that being the all the social media platforms, all the booking links, everything's in there. Okay. Hey, how you doing, young lady? So I just want you guys to just be very aware of that. Let me see if there's anybody else got any other questions. Y'all got me now. Okay. Anybody got any other questions? I'm here for you guys. Listen, I appreciate you tuning in. It may hit me later on. I may want to run my mouth later on and stuff. But make sure you guys are looking out. I think, I have 2 YouTube channels, Mr. Short Dollar YouTube. Also Change the Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. I think we're doing Change the Lives this week. But I'm always streaming live between both channels. I'm also part of Misfits Media. So if you ever get a chance, look up Misfits Media on YouTube, Misfits TV on Roku. That's my radio station family and everything. We got a lot of great shows and channels on there as well. But listen, guys, if you're looking to or interested in getting into tax business, we do have the link for the course set up in the description section of the videos. And the only people that won't see those links is people looking on Instagram and on TikTok, because you can't put that on now. But you can go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube and find everything on there, okay? And any one of the videos got all those links on the in the description section Also, make sure you email office info at Majestic Biz. If you missed anything, you can always go to in one of the platforms, send a message. If you're interested in becoming a tax preparer, I'm hiring right now for tax preparers. We do all the training. Everything's cloud-based, virtual-based, and everything. I got different compensation packages I can explain to you guys and stuff like that. This will be my 21st year in business. I've been in the game for a minute. So please reach out if y'all interested in becoming a tax preparer. But remember, the course is if you want to start your own tax business. We don't go over how to fill things out with the course. It's just more so how to create, manage a particular tax business. What's your name? T73. I hope I answered your question with that. But like I said, reach out if you need further assistance. Believe me, guys, I'm finna disappear right now. I appreciate you guys tuning in and stuff. Y'all be safe out there. And again, be on the lookout for all the video. Make sure you share on the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Tell as many people possible about the channel. Make sure you guys taking advantage of all the different grants that we're putting up on there, some different lending programs if you need it. Please, please, please take advantage of it. That's the reason why we got them out there. I don't get no kickback from it. I just got the feeling that knowing, okay, I'm out here helping people. Again, we have we don't fill out grants. We don't create grants. We don't get any kind of affiliate link kickback for these grants. We just get a good warm and fuzzy feeling to know we help people out there. Okay. Love you guys. Stay safe out there. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Shawnette. I appreciate everything and stuff. If you need any further assistance, just reach out to me and let me know, okay? Y'all take care, and I appreciate y'all tuning in.